shoe was on the other foot. The Republicans, if they had a Democrat president, this guy, they would have been asking for a do-over election a year and a half ago.
Pitchforks and torches.
Exactly. Right, they wouldn't be allowing this person who shouldn't be there to be appointing a Supreme Court judge. Well, they didn't let Obama appoint one, and he had every right to.
Now, if any of us committed a crime, would we get to select our judge or our jury? How come he gets to? It doesn't make any sense.
And Brett Kavanaugh, another Catholic on the court? Can we give a rest to the Catholics on the court? Because they seem very anti-sex.
The Catholics didn't have a good week this week. So.
No.
Yeah, they have other problems.
All right, so I want to ask finally about the military, because John McCain was in the news today. Yeah. He is not taking treatment anymore, and I'm going to steal Chris Matthews' thunder here. The other day I saw him say something I thought was so great when he was talking about how Trump says, I like guys who weren't captured, as if John McCain didn't try hard enough. He was shot down and fell in a lake in the middle of Hanoi. The locals were on him in a minute. He had broken arms and legs. Why is the military behind this man? He tried to appoint a drunk as head of the veterans. He always talks about the Veterans Administration. He always talks about he loves the veterans so much. He was going to sell the Secretary of the Army position.
Yeah.
Jared was like, I'm on it. It's in the Manafort trial. They were going to sell that. They took away protections for against predatory lenders for veterans. He hasn't visited the troops overseas once.
He's afraid to. I mean, seriously, no, he is afraid to go overseas into Afghanistan, to any place, to any theater of warfare where our people serve bravely and at some risk. He thought the big risk of Vietnam, the Vietnam years, he said, my big risk, my Vietnam, was not getting STD in the 80s when I was at Studio 54.
Right.
That was the big risk that he overcame.
If you want to see a contrast of
it's true.
It's really true.
If you want to see a
no, he really said that. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
David, to be fair, that is a big risk if you go to Studio 54.
The Battle of the Upper East Side was brutal.
It was block by block.
If you want to see a contrast between the Republican Party that was and the Republican Party that is, John McCain may have been cranky, iconoclastic. He could be a bastard to people. He could get really pissed off at you. Trust me, I've been in the firing line. He could be all those things. But that was a man who, unlike Donald Trump, answered the call, risked his life time and again. You know, flying on and off an aircraft carrier in the 1960s, that was pretty much rolling the dice every time you flew.
Right.
And at this moment, we have got a man who, I mean, and John McCain faced torture in the Hanoi Hilton for 5.5 years, and Donald Trump doesn't have the standing to lick his boots. He is a low creature compared to McCain. And we will not see McCain's like again, and that's a shame for this country.
And you just want to say to the Republicans who like Trump, after knowing this, they know this.
They know this.
This is your guy?
Yeah.
This is your guy?
Yeah.
The guy who says this about John McCain?
He's not McCain. They are just doing a disservice to McCain from the very beginning.
Yeah.
By getting behind Trump and ignoring his insults against McCain, but against other veterans and against everybody else.
Okay. Thank you, panel. Time for new rules.